So again, I think it's always important, especially with loan officers. It's not only do they need to know the rules, they need to know the kind of the why behind it. So what are the primary reasons, a CD would have to be redisclosed and have to start the 3D clock all over again? Let's just help everybody understand the why.
Well, understand that there are a number of things that may change from the closing disclosure that you have given them, which you can change and still meet your closing date and make that change right up until the date of consummation itself. There are three things that you cannot do that for. The biggest concern over there is redisclosing the closing disclosure, giving a new closing disclosure and having to wait another 3-day period of time. And there are only 3 instances in which that occurs, in which you have to wait an additional 3 days. And that is, number one, the APR is inaccurate. Inaccurate to the tune of 1/8 above or below on regular transactions, 1/4 on irregular transactions itself. But even then, that test is pretty nuanced, because if your APR is off because of finance charges, but your finance charges are otherwise deemed to be accurate. Now we're getting a little bit into the weeds over here, but your finance charges are otherwise deemed to be accurate. So in other words, your APR is off because your finance charges have been over-disclosed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have to wait another 3 particular days. You under-disclose because your finance charges are off by more than $100, and that caused your APR to be off, then in fact you do have to. Less than $100, no, your finance charges are in fact considered to be accurate, and so you don't have to wait another 3 days. You'll redisclose, but you're not going to have to wait another period of another 3 days to in fact close the transaction itself. So that's number one, the APR changes. Okay. Number two, there's an addition of a prepayment penalty, which today you don't see very much, but that's okay. That's reason number 2. No. And number 3, there's a change in the loan product. You've gone from a fixed rate loan to an ARM loan. In fact, if that's happened, you're going to have to redisclose and wait an additional 3 days before the closing date. Those are the only 3 circumstances in which you have to wait an additional 3 days.
Got it. So not a lot of reasons.
No, it's actually not that bad, and when you look at what those 3 reasons are, it makes some sense, quite frankly. I mean, those are rather dramatic changes that a consumer, will want to take a look at. It goes well with the intent of the rule and what the rule is otherwise trying to do for the consumer.